Miami Heat won 3 of 4 during the regular season against their second-round opponent, the Indiana Pacers. There's LeBron James. Speaking of 3, this his 3rd MVP. LeBron James looking for 1 title, though. Roy Hibbert inside. He's an all-star, remember. Gets a little reverse there. And Indiana up 11-4 on the road. Heat in transition. D-Wade to LeBron James. Bring it down the house. Yeah, we got to see that one more time. A little catch, pump, and throw down. Pacers still in front, though, 15-12. Indiana on the run. And it's Darren Collison. Tough layup in transition. And Indiana again in Miami in front. We're in the second quarter now. Off the miss, Leandro Barboza looking, and yeah, the Pacers get it to Tyler Hansbrough. Psycho T showing up big early in the playoffs for Indiana. Later, Pacers working it around. David West inside. That's a little short push shot there. 44-37, Indiana in front. How was Chris Bosh doing? Well, early on, he looked good. He scored 13 points in the first half. That dunk is nice, but on the dunk, he sustained an abdominal strain, left the game, and did not return. Stick and stay with NBA.com for updates on his condition. Third quarter, LeBron James driving, push shot, effective. LeBron James' mom, yes, she likes seeing that. Gloria, very proud of her son, 52-all, the score. Later third quarter, LeBron behind the back over Ronnie Turiaf for the jam. 61-60, Indiana, though, in front. Back and forth they go. Pacers in transition. Darren Collison, runner, is good and 1. Pacers go up 66-64 after the free throw. Dwayne Wade driving is stripped, gets it right back, goes up and lays it in. That ties it at 68 as we headed into the fourth quarter. George Hill outside. Beautiful little three-pointer there. Miami, they're up by 1, 86-85. Later, outside, Pacers missing. Mario Chalmers, LeBron James not missing. That pushes the score to 90-85. Miami bringing it home down the stretch. Back to LeBron James they go. LeBron James, short jump shot. That goes. He had 32 points, a season-high 15 rebounds. Miami goes up 1-0 in the series over the Pacers with the victory.
With the Pacers, but LeBron James and company a man down. No Chris Bosh. Meanwhile, the Pacers looking to even up the series, but Miami's won 13 consecutive playoff home games. Here in the first quarter, Danny Granger trapped, but you can't stop him. Still gets into the paint. Indiana led by 5. On the other end, it is Dwayne Wade. Going around Leandro Barboza and getting creative. What a move by D. Wade. Here the Heat in transition. LeBron to Wade, to LeBron, and he throws it down. 1-point game, Miami down. Now Wade spins off of Paul George, drives for the open dunk. Miami was up by as much as 9. Here come the Pacers. George Hill from downtown, part of a 7-0 Pacers run. They're within 2. On to the third quarter where Indiana would take over. David West, the mid-range jumper. It was just a 3-point deficit for the road team. Another 7-0 run by Indiana. Paul George streaks down the lane for the dunk, and Indiana was up by 2, 48-46. Danny Granger, he gets the floater. Indiana outscored Miami 28-14 in the third quarter. Here in the fourth, Miami looking to come back down by 5. LeBron James gets the bucket and gets tangled up with Danny Granger. The two would have to be separated. Playoff intensity at its finest here between LeBron James and Danny Granger. Indiana was up by 3, 65-62. Here's Dwayne Wade using the window as his friend. Miami's up by 1, 72-71. Now it's Indiana up by 1. David West, 16 points, 10 rebounds. Indiana up by 3. Miami with the ball, down by 3. It is Dwayne Wade, baseline, 2 of his 24. Now Miami down 2. Dwayne Wade misses the layup. Pacers get it. George Hill gets fouled, splits a pair of free throws. Now a 3-point game, 8.3 to go. For the tie, Mario Chalmers gets the call. Chalmers, no good. And Miami loses at home, snapping their 13-game home playoff win streak. The series is tied at 1. Indiana trying to build off of its Game 2 win, and prior to the game, Stu Jackson awarding Larry Bird the NBA Executive of the Year award. And here the Pacers come out strong. They start the game on a 7-0 run, Here it's 11-2, courtesy of Roy Hibbert. Back the other way, LeBron James finishes up the first quarter strong. Heat on a 24-6 run. They led 24-17. That Tyler Hansbrough over to David West. He goes in for the lay-in. That gets the Pacers back within 2. Now on the break for Miami, it's LeBron James. On the bounce over to Ronnie Turia, 33-26 Miami. More from the Heat. And it was all about Mario Chalmers in the first half. Rio getting into the paint, high arcing shot, an opportunity for one more. He had 13 over the first 2 quarters. LeBron James getting past 2 defenders and throws it down lefty style. That ties the game at 43-43. On to the third quarter where the Pacers would start just like they would start the game. Roy Hibbert knocks the rebound back, and Paul George converts on the triple. Here, George Hill to Danny Granger. Corner 3 ball, book it. 55-48. More Roy Hibbert. Off the bounce, no good. But as they did all game long, David West crashing the boards. Pacers dominated the glass. Roy Hibbert going in lefty style. It was 63-50. On to the fourth quarter. More from the home team. Darren Collison. The step back, nothing but the bottom. 73-55 Indiana. LeBron James, the jumper, no. Mario Chalmers gets the rebound, and the layup goes. Career high for Chalmers in the playoffs. Now it's Paul George over to George Hill, who dropped in 20. George Hill was on fire. The home fans were loving it, and he would hit one more for good measure. This one to extend the lead to 20. Roy Hibbert scores 19 points, career high in the playoffs and regular season, 18 rebounds. Pacers dominate the Heat and take a 2-1 advantage. Game 4 Sunday back in Indiana.
Game 4 in Indiana, the Heat trying to avoid going down 3-1 to the Indiana Pacers, again trying to get a win without Chris Bosh. A lot of Pacers early on in this one. George Hill, the three-pointer, the early 12-5 lead for the home team. Pacers in transition. Paul George to Danny Granger for the open 3. He was 4 for 9 from three-point range. Second quarter now, Dwayne Wade misses. Udonis Haslem, the putback dunk on the same play off the inbounds. D. Wade gets the steal, feeds LeBron for the layup. The Heat on a comeback. Darren Collison. 16 points off the bench for Indiana. Pacers up by 3. Hill driving out to Granger again, feeling it from the outside. 11-point lead now for Indiana. Miami trying to avoid getting blown out of the building. LeBron, nice bounce pass here to D. Wade. One more look at this. Oh, that's a facial on Tyler Hansbrough. Second half, Paul George going inside. 2-hand jam. 9-point lead for the Pacers, but D. Wade and LeBron scoring 38 straight points in a 13-minute span in the second and third quarters. D. Wade, the 3, and Miami, the big comeback. They take the lead, 64-63. LeBron getting into it. Drives, fouled, still gets the hoop, made the free throw. Miami up by 8. Fourth quarter we go. Paul George on the outside. The open 3. Oh, and it's a ball game. George, 13 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists in the game. Granger for 3 again. 20 points for him in the game. Indiana won't go away. Miami. Udonis Haslem. The jumper. 98-91. The Heat go on to win this one. 101-93. They even the series at 2 games apiece. LeBron with 40 points. D. Wade 30. And they head back down to Miami for Game 5.
Series all knotted up at 2 games apiece. Roy Hibbert looking to give his squad a 1-game advantage, but LeBron James coming off a monster performance. In Game 4, he scored 40 points, had 18 rebounds and 9 assists. Here, LeBron turns defense into offense, and the freight train cannot be stopped. Miami was up by 7. Later in the first quarter, it's the role player stepping up. Shane Battier, the triple, to make it 19-8. A fast start for Miami. Back on the other end of the court, here comes Indiana looking for an answer, and they found the name of Danny Granger. 26-16, Indiana within 5. Now Dwayne Wade using the screen that hits the tough shot, the contact, and a little Windex. The Hoop had an opportunity for one more for Wade, which he would make. It was a 7-point advantage. Now the shot clock winding down, and Roy Hibbert, the big man, hitting the three, his first triple of the postseason. Off a bad pass, LeBron the steal, and then they get it back and forth, and they beat the buzzer. LeBron and company on a 9-2 run. They led by 9 heading into the break. Third quarter, LeBron drives and is fouled by Danny Granger. Granger comes up limping. He would leave the game, and Danny Granger would not return, so obviously a big loss for the Pacers. It is Dwayne Wade from LeBron James, and the Heat clicking. Now it's D-Wade getting the steal, and the football pass over to LeBron. Miami outscored Indiana 27-17 in the third quarter. Here's David West with the long, high-arcing jumper, 65-49, Indiana trailing. In the fourth quarter, though, Miami left no doubt. They put it away, putting the pedal to the metal. Dwayne Wade getting creative in the lane. It was 79-57. The Heat cruise and take a 3-games-to-none advantage. It is LeBron's 45th career playoff game with 30 points or more. Game 6 Thursday back at Indy.
Dwayne Wade.
What is that? Dancing, dancing, dancing.
That's a flagrant foul of fashion.
Yes, it is.
Roy Hibbert with the bucket. Indiana up 10-2. Paul George talking to Dwayne Wade. Got a tech right there, and then bumps into Ronnie Turioff. Cooler heads would prevail, however. Then David West takes it to the post. Rip Indy up 15-5.
Well, they did what they were supposed to do, attack the paint. David West did an excellent job of establishing that from the beginning of the game.
Dwayne Wade with the slam. Miami back within 7. We go to the second quarter. Dwayne Wade to Mike Miller, who had a mini eruption in the second quarter.
Well, big-time three-point shots by Mike Miller. Timely three-point shots, 4-7.
And then you see Paul George with the ball and 4 Heat players in the paint. George turns it over, and Rip, who's better at turning D to O than Miami?
Nobody in the league better than these two guys. You see D-Wade out on a break, pass the ball to his man LeBron James, and he does what he does best and finish at the basket.
And then it's Dwayne Wade with the step-back fadeaway over Paul George.
Flash is back. That's the old D-Wade we saw tonight.
And you love that play, Dennis.
Oh, yes, I did. A running, sweeping left hook. Big-time move by the big fella.
They were tied at 41. Then Mike Miller the save, but it's picked off by the Pacers. Danny Granger came in with the injured left ankle, landed on it right there, but he would be okay. Indy up 45-41. Then it's Wade up to James, and Dwayne and James runs into the cameraman. He was shaken up for a bit, but Rippy would be fine.
Oh, yeah, he gets right back up. That's 260. 260, he jumps right back up, and he's ready to roll.
Dwayne Wade had 26 points in the first half, a playoff career high for scoring in a half. David West comes back. He had 14 points in the first half. We go to the third quarter. Danny Granger, Paul George, yes.
Oh, Paul George finally showed up tonight, knocked down some big shots.
Then it's David West to Darren Collison. He line drive that one home.
Oh, they needed that one bad. You know, they was a little stagnant on offense, and he knocked down a wide-open 3.
Collison tied the game at 66, but the Heat come right back. LeBron James put him up 70-66. Then Paul George for 3.
Well, those shots we were talking about. Paul George hadn't made many, made some tonight.
And you see right here, David West giving Shane Battier a little shot to the back of the head. He would be whistled for a technical foul. Meanwhile, the Heat are rolling. Rip, it's Mike Miller with a deep 3.
See, LeBron James puts so much pressure on the defense. When he's attacking the basket like that, you see Mike Miller hitting a 3, and now Mario Chalmers hitting a 3 also.
Yeah, Wade and James were hitting the head, and body blows delivered by Miller and Chalmers. Chalmers had him up by 10 going to the fourth, and a swooping move by LeBron.
That's not fair. Kareem running away from the basket.
Wow.
And then it's Dwayne Wade with the floater. Miami up 94-84. David West comes back with an and one, but Wade had the answers all night. And here's the Heat radio team of Mike Inglis and John Crotty.
Wade, the Heat have to do something with it here. Wade splits the defense. Wade down the middle, off the window. Got it to go! And Dwayne Wade will go to the line. Wow, what a play by Wade. 38 points now.
That sound courtesy of WAXY. 790 the ticket in Miami, and Executive of the Year and Pacers President Larry Bird bumming Dwayne Wade, and the Miami Heat moving on to the Eastern Conference Finals. The Heat win Game 6, 105-93